Islam, all Satan here. Um, I can share with you today why the Prince didn't leave you all a message yesterday. He was on the phone with some brothers. Now, this the rest of this is for the people of the United States, the people of America, and more specifically to President Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, it was quite moving seeing you at the um, tomb of the unknown soldier. I need to inform you of something, Mr. President. There is another unknown soldier, although they would never characterize themselves as such. They characterize themselves as Marines. This unknown Marine, his name is Dan Bullock. Dan Bullock was a KIA in June of 1969 in Vietnam Republic of. He was from Goldsboro, North Carolina. And in keeping with the traditions and the foundations that you are laying for America and the United States to bring it back to where it was, to make it great again, in order to keep in line with that, part of that greatness must come through gratefulness. You see, Dan Bullock was 15 years old when he was killed in Vietnam. He signed up in 68. He was 14, falsified his age. But what we know is it didn't matter because they needed bodies in Vietnam in 1968. He went through Marine Corps boot camp and was sent to Vietnam. He got killed attempting to make an ammo resupply under fire. And that's when he got his. And I don't think that America or the United States should forget that Marine, because he is an example of the best of what the United States can create out of the most adverse and diverse of circumstances. He signed up in 1968 at the height of the civil rights era and everything else, at what I like to refer to as the change of America. He joined the Marines to help out his family. He wound up in Vietnam. And you see, that young brother, he deserves more than a street sign heralding the best of what America can cultivate under the worst of circumstances. Because in 1968, he was considered by many a segregationist, including Joe Biden. Joe Biden called this brother predatory, less than human. And with what was going on down in the South in 1968, he didn't want to see his family starve. So he signed up for the Marines. He got to Vietnam in uh, May of 1969, and he was killed a month later. He was killed in June. This brother deserves recognition by all of America. I think the Australians ought to honor this brother too, even though they were fighting in different theaters. I think the Koreans ought to honor this brother, even though they were fighting in different theaters in Vietnam. And every veteran of that place, I still got mine, and I sure hope a lot of you brothers of the fraternity still have yours. I still got my jacket that says, I know that when I die, I'm going to heaven because I've spent my time in hell. I still got my jacket. Well, that young brother, sure enough, is in heaven. For you Christian believers, he's in heaven. This is what the United States can produce. I just wanted to make you all aware of this young brother who gets no recognition. Is it because he was black? We should not forget this young brother because he is the best. He is the best. He deserves a monument. That 15-year-old Vietnam casualty, he deserves a monument. The place where he was born needs to be recognized. The people who knew him, his family, they need to be recognized because they sacrificed. Can you imagine where that family would be if that boy did not have to join the military in order to feed them? The boy could have become a captain of industry. That kind of determination, that kind of spine, them kind of guts. He is what the young men of today should aspire to be, because that brother was inspirational. And if you have never heard of Dan Bullock from Goldsboro, North Carolina, you need to begin studying, because he is you. He is the best he is the best representative of you so-called black people that you could have. He's greater than the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He is also the reason that you black women need to stop saying that you're as good as a man, because he was a boy. There weren't any 18-year-old girls signing up to go to Vietnam, black or white, signing up to go to Vietnam. So you need to knock that off, because you are not as good as a man. And you cannot lay claim to the world he built, and all you did was stand by, look, and criticize. You need to knock that off, because you're not as good as a man. He was a 15-year-old boy. No woman's got those kinds of guts. So just stop it. But President Trump, you need to institute a holiday or something whereby this boy gets nationwide recognition, because that took uncommon valor. You ask any Marine who had to go get that box and drag it back to his partners over there laying down uh, suppression fire or defensive fire. And he's got to go over there and get that metal box. That ain't pretty. The brother should be recognized and heralded as an American and United States hero, because that's heroic stuff. And it is heroic stuff that you will not see on the lamestream news media, just like you're not seeing the truth about what's going on now. They see the new news network. They see them, and they know there's evidence. But I don't want that to get in the way of the United States and America recognizing this young, heroic 15-year-old, a United States citizen. You should not forget this young man. He is a hero. And that's what the Divine Prince and some of those fraternity brothers out of New York were talking about yesterday. And for all my fraternity brothers and sisters, veterans of the United States military, I salute you. Satan out.